What is going on, everybody? Captain Batty here, back again with another Marvel Contest of Champions episode. And first off, guys, I just wanted to say I hope you all had an amazing Christmas yesterday. I certainly did. Got to spend it with most of my family, hanging out, seeing a lot of extended family that I don't get to see very often. So had a lot of fun yesterday. I didn't get to play this very much because obviously Christmas, time to spend it with your family. So not much has changed. But if you haven't seen my last episode, guys, that I posted yesterday on Christmas, I did a pretty big crystal opening and opened up a 4-star at the end of it, and I'm not going to spoil it, so if you haven't seen it yet, pause it here, go back, watch that last episode, and check out who I got, guys. I was so excited. Couldn't have been more happy. But yeah, go ahead, guys, do that. But today's episode, also before I get into it, actually, I wanted to just say thank you everyone that has recently subscribed to the channel, that has checked out all my videos, guys. I really appreciate it. I'm actually creeping up on 100 subscribers, and that's it's the first big milestone on YouTube, which is I didn't expect to have this many this quick. I mean, maybe it's not that quick. To me, it seems kind of fast. So thank you, guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, guys, help me get to that 100 mark as fast as possible. That'd be awesome, guys. I really appreciate it. And then keep checking out the channel, guys. Appreciate all the comments. I read every comment, guys. And if you message me on Twitter too, guys, I try to respond. I try to respond to my comments here as well. Yeah, I just really appreciate all you guys that are taking the time to check out my stuff. So just wanted to say that before I got into the episode. But in today's episode, I'm doing something I haven't done before. And I don't know if you can hear, but my cat just joined the party. She's running around. She's making some noise. So if you hear that in the background, that's just my cat, guys. So ignore that. But in this episode, it's going to be a guide where I talk about how to do a 4-star infinite arena streak. Most of you, if you don't know what that is, it's in the versus category. There's the 3-star arena, which you can only use 2 stars, and then there's the 4-star arena, which you can use 3 stars and 4 stars. And there's a bunch of rewards and everything, and my cat is creeping onto my lap now, so hold on one second. What are you doing? I'm trying to record. Come on. Hey. Okay. You want to be part of the video? I guess I'm going to record with you on my lap today. So, thanks. That's appreciated. Lay down. Lay down. Don't rub against my hand. I need to be able to play. Come on. So if you don't know what the 4-star infinite streak is, basically you were trying to get in the 4-star arena, you're trying to get to a point where you can just throw out a couple of your champions and you're going to have an easy matchup no matter what. It definitely depends on which champions you are using, which I will get into later. But the essential, you're trying to get as many points as you can as fast as possible and build your streak so you don't really have to worry about matchups. You just go in, battle them, get the next team in there, and just keep going and going until you've hit all the milestones in the rewards. And you want to get all of these, and then eventually, if you're trying to grind for one of the featured or basic champions, it will make your life a lot easier if you can get on that infinite streak. You're not having to restart that streak all the time. So the one right now, the one that's going is the Howard the Duck one. I've never actually gotten the very top one. I know people that have, but they usually have to end up getting in the high millions of score to get up there, like 10 million, sometimes 9 million or whatever. It just depends on what the champion is, if it's a really desired one. I did place in the 1 to 5% in the very and not the last one, the one before that when it was Hawkeye, so I did get a 4-star Hawkeye. So I've grinded pretty well. So this strategy works pretty well if you do it correct, which I'm going to get to the breakdown in just a little bit here. The other thing I want to mention before I get into this is, in order for this to work, you have to have a good amount of max 3 stars and some and quite a few 4 stars that are at least rank 3 level 30. A couple rank 4 level 40 won't hurt either. But you at least need a good amount of those. Otherwise, you're gonna have to wait a while for them to reboot, or not reboot, until they refill, and so that you can start using them again. Because after you do, you have to send out the help and everything. So you have to wait for them to come back so you can use them again. But I think that just about covers it. The other thing I want to mention briefly: this is not the Tier 4 Arena Catalyst arena. So if you're looking for a guide on that, I do not have one up on my channel. There is a couple out there you can find, but eventually I probably will make one, because I did come up with a strategy that does well. I shouldn't say I've come up. At one time I got it to work. The last time the Tier 4 arena came around, I was able to get an infinite streak on that, which is a lot more difficult. So that tutorial will eventually be on my channel, hopefully, but not anytime soon. I just need to test out my theory a couple more times before I actually put it out there. I want to make sure it actually works, and I didn't just get lucky. I wasn't able to do it to get into it this time, just because, you know, of Christmas and everything. I knew I wouldn't have enough time to grind all the way up to the final milestone to get the actual basic catalyst, so I didn't want to waste the battle chips on it. So, but I think that about just covers everything, guys. So I'm going to get into the tutorial now. So a couple things you want to make note of before I get any further into this is for this strategy, you want to have around 24 champions above 1500 PI. And by PI, I mean that's the number that's next to every champion under there. So under Black Widow says 3,914 for me. So you want to have around 24, which will give you 8 teams of 3 that you can run through this infinite streak each time. When I'm making my teams, I like to, you know, get them as best synergies as I can. So between the 3 champions, get as many synergies as possible. Some of my teams don't have that many, but for the most part, most of them have at least 1 or 2. So you just want to make sure you're familiar with your champions, as well as also for this, you're going to need at least a couple teams of rank 3, level 30, 4-star champions. So before you can even get to be able to use those teams, though, you have to make some kind of funky teams to make it to the point where you can just throw out the teams no matter what. So the first, from matches 1 through 5, what you're going to want to do is go down toward near the bottom of your champions list and grab some of the champions. Not the very bottom ones. You'll be using those later. But so yeah, you'll see here I grab 3 champions that are toward the bottom of my list, not at the very bottom. And then I pick the matchup here, whichever one. I usually just go with the easiest matchup. That way it's faster. It's usually faster. It just depends on what champions come up. And then from there, I just try to pair with the best matchup. Here I got Howard the Duck's attack going. I'm not going to show every attack. I think I picked and chose one attack from each one. So here you can see this is the second round. I've got Daredevil against Unstoppable Colossus. You can see I won all 3 matches there. So from these first 5 ones, you know, you're using low-level champions, and so the fights aren't going to be very difficult at this point. So I don't totally, you know, put much thought into these. I just kind of get them and do them as fast as I can so that I can get on, so I can start using the better champions. But, you know, that being said, though, you don't want to get too lazy and then mess up, and then you got to start it all over again. So I think this is the 5th fight here. So this will be the last one where I've used the lower the champions. So you can see right there I'm at the 5th win streak. Now for wins 6 through 13, you're going to want to go down and use 2 of your top 3-star champions. They can either be max or above. They just need to be at least 1400 and up. And then the third character for the matchup, you're going to want to use one of your lowest level 3-star champions. So you can see once we get into the battle here, you know, we take them out with the first 2, and then with the third one, I'm just throwing them in there and I just quit right out of the battle. There's no point in wasting the time, in my opinion. I don't see a reason to. And so you can see, yeah, in this match, in this time, you know, you're going to run into you might have some tougher matches, but generally they're pretty easy. At least 2 of the matchups are. So one of the reasons why at this point you only want to use your 3 stars is because you have the potential to run into some harder teams if you use all 3 of your champions as 3 stars, as well as if you only use 2 of them. One, you only need to win 2 wins in order to keep a streak alive. So using that time to cancel out that third attack saves you a little bit of time. And then also, you know, if you're using 3 of your better 3-star champions, if you use that on 2 different matches, then that's 6 champions you've used when you could have used 2 in each team, and that gives you 3 teams, which means, you know, it gets you that much closer to getting to that 13th win, which you need to get to. And you need to save your 4-star champions for once you get to wins 14 through 20, because you're going to need them then, because the matchups get a little bit more difficult, whereas if you're just using the 3 stars, you might struggle. All right, so now you can see I'm at the 13th win here for that. So now I can move on to the final stage of this before you can start using the infinite streak. So for wins 14 through 20 is when you're going to want to start using your top ranked 4-star champions. And most importantly, for the first 2 battles, matches 14 and 15, you're going to be paired up against Kang's team and then Thanos' team. And these teams are going to be probably the strongest 2 teams that you're facing. So you want to make sure, ideally, you want to use your rank 4 level 40 champions here if you have any of those. It's not necessary though. You can take it down with rank 3 level 30s if you're good enough. And the thing to make note though at this point is for the Kang and Thanos teams, they do not have any synergies because they're generated by the game teams, so they don't have any of the masteries and all that stuff. I think I said synergies last time. I meant masteries. So you don't have to worry about willpower, dexterity, parry, any of those things when you're fighting these teams. But they are going to be ranked high. They're going to be rank 5, level 50. Once you get past the Kang and Thanos teams though, guys, is when it starts getting a little bit easier with the matchups. You won't have any problem at all with your rank 3, level 30s. Just make sure you are using 4-star champions here though, because I've gotten here and I've tried to use a 3-star champion team and I just got destroyed. So don't think you're there yet. Wait until you get to the 20th win, and at that point is when you can start using your rank 3 teams. You can see here I just got the 18th win there, and I'm winning every single fight here with ease. No problem, hardly even taking any damage. And it's just, this is when you can kind of relax in the arena. It's a little bit easier, and you don't have to put as much thought into it. Just make sure you're picking teams that meet the requirements. So once you get to the 20th win though, guys, at that point you can start using your 3-star champions. Just make sure that the total PI of the entire team is above 4,600. An easy way to do that is if you pick 3 champions that are above 1,500, that puts you at 4,500. So you just want to make sure they're a little bit higher than that. So yeah, guys, that's really about it. As long as you choose the right champions from then on, not dropping below the 45 to 4,600 mark, you should be fine. You can see here I'm running through this is my streak progression. I had 13 teams going each time. You can see that I didn't lose a single battle, or a total one. Overall, I think I lost throughout the entire 3 days. I think I lost two matches, and both of them were just my mistakes. One, I just trying to play really late at night. I was tired, and the other one, I set my phone down after I thought I hit pause, but I missed the pause button. But you see right there, that's the last one at 281, and that is the end of my streak where I ended. And then the arena closed out. So that's as high as I got, guys, and I can honestly say that's the highest streak that I've ever had, which I thought was pretty good. I ended with 5.1 million, and I waited till the end of the arena so that I could show you my entire progress, and then so I could show you where I placed in the arena. So you can see on the screen there, I do have a message in the bottom left corner. I haven't even touched it yet, so I don't even know where I placed, so if I got the featured champion or not. I have a good feeling that I did. So let's go ahead and jump in there and check. In Avian Stadium, yep, awesome. 1 to 5%, guys. You can see right there, I was able to get the Falcon, and then I got the 3-star Howard the Duck. So yeah, guys, that's really about it for this tutorial. If this helped you guys, if this helped you to be able to achieve an infinite streak, guys, let me know, and I'd really appreciate that, guys. I hope it works for you guys. It works for me, as you can see throughout this video, guys. If you have any other ideas for videos for me to do, you'd like me to do, please leave a comment down below, guys. Otherwise, hit the subscribe, hit the like button, and I'll catch you next time.